Grand Rising Soul Fam. Today I am coming on to share a Wisdom Keeper's story from the 64 Faces of Awakening. And this one is for Gene Key 61. This is the shadow of psychosis, the gift of inspiration, and the divine expression of sanctity. This is a deck by Dr. Rosy Aronson, and it starts off with a Richard Rudd quote that says, "Creativity is the single most important gift for drawing humanity out of its mass psychosis." Programming Partner 62. My wisdom story. I was born asking why. Why were boys more valuable than girls? Why was there war? Was God a loving God? I pondered these questions during a time in my country when they were forbidden. Though I learned to keep quiet, my fascination with religion continued throughout my young adulthood. Against the will of my religiously disenchanted parents and the fanatically atheist party ruling the country, I collected every bit of information I could from my older relatives about Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism. When the new constitution passed and normal religious activities were allowed, I immediately explored Islam and Christianity. When I moved to the West, finally free to explore anything I liked, I became consumed with the study of religions, especially those that had been forbidden to me. The more I learned, the more complex the picture became. I had to know, where did these religions, myths, and archetypes originate in the first place? Why were there so many unexplained parallels between the world religions going back thousands of years? Where and from whom did the impossible sacred monuments and temples truly come from? I turned to archaeology and was catapulted down a wormhole that challenged everything I knew about reality. My journey took me from the Bible to Egypt, to Sumeria, to Lemuria, to Atlantis, and farther. I uncovered so many holes in scientific thought that I had to consider the strangest possibilities, from ancient astronauts to stargates, rainbow bodies, time travel, multidimensionality, orbs, giants, and fairies. I became obsessed with supernovas, reincarnation, the paranormal, UFOs, crop circles, and near-death experiences. Every new answer birthed a new question. People either thought I was crazy for believing certain things or for not embracing their beliefs. The pressure to understand the nature of reality became unbearable. When I finally stopped trying to get rid of the pressure and instead stepped right into it, my intellect shattered, even though I believed I was crazy. But soon I realized that most people on the planet are actually psychotic. None of us saw reality as it actually was. In that moment, I stopped asking why and was graced with true inspiration. The most spectacular art began to flow through me. I no longer need to understand reality, only to experience it directly. My gift to you. I come to say that you cannot force or predict inspiration. The muse appears on her own terms, in her own timing. She enters your life as a pressure, beckoning you into the unknown, calling you inwards and back to your origins. She's not always about fun and games. Sometimes she comes to dismantle your way of thinking and to shake up your entire grasp of reality and your ability to love. To welcome her into your life, you must practice immense patience and trust. Be willing to receive your inner secrets, truth, and the mystery that's all around you. Even when you can't feel her, know that she's working behind the scenes. Don't look for spirit outside of yourself. Be spirit. Questions for contemplation. Might your certainty about a philosophy, system, or path be hiding a deeper fear of the unknown? Is it hard to relax when you can't find the answer to a big why? Try spending a period of time without working hard to understand. Have you given up on discovering who you truly are and where you come from? Are you afraid of digging too deep? Pick an unusual inquiry for yourself and go digging. Have you ever experienced a breakdown, physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual, that became an inspiring breakthrough? Here is the card again. I know it can be a while to think, but the collective vibration has been attuned to the shadow frequency. In this case, it's psychosis. And once you start to understand the gene keys, you can see how nuanced they are. So right now we're in gene key 54, and we're just about to make the conversion into this one. So right now, this is the divine expression of ascension, the gift of aspiration. And so we can all aspire to be creators. And we can come into this next few days feeling this inspiration pulling us out of the psychosis. Right now we can see so many programs running between the election, politics, California wildfires, so many things happening on our planet that can pull us into a lower vibration. The invitation is to see, how am I inspired to create something out of all of this madness? And a lot of the work of an artist is to be rebellious, is to share the authentic truth of what we're experiencing. So that's our invitation coming up here, is coming into a place of being inspired by pulling out of the mass psychosis and taking the road less traveled and seeing where it ends up. Sending you so much love this week. Namaste.